ladies and gentlemen. You know, as of yesterday, February 4th, the death toll in China is now up to 500. Now, the last time I looked, the article I read said the coronavirus is in 29 different countries. And it seems like there's deaths every single day from this thing, every day. So it is a problem. And China does the same thing America does. Anytime there's any type of epidemic or anything going on in the country, they try to lowball the numbers in an effort to make you believe, oh, it's not that bad. It's only this amount of people. And they're lying. No numbers that China or the US gives you will be a real true number. First off the bat, just know that. They will never tell you the truth about anything. They're going to keep right on lying and downplaying something that's really serious. That being said, let's get started. So this is USA Today, February 4th, 2020. China admits shortcomings in response to coronavirus, who denies pandemic. Death toll nears 500. And I'm sure it's probably past 500 because these deaths jump up every single day. Chinese health officials acknowledge shortcomings and difficulties in their initial response to a fast-spreading new virus as the death toll soared to nearly 500 Tuesday. The powerful standing committee of the Politburo issued a statement saying officials who had failed in their duties would face discipline. It pledged better responses to emergencies in the future. Chinese President Xi Jinping warned the failing to halt the outbreak could erode social stability in the nation of more than 1.4 billion people. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Chinese stocks were falling, because of the coronavirus. Now, I don't know if they bounced back, but when I looked, I believe like Friday, it was really on a decline. The outbreak is a major test of China's system and capacity of governance. Xing said, according to state media, we must sum up the experience and draw a lesson from it. More than 20,000 cases of the virus have been confirmed around the world. Fewer than 300 of them outside mainland China. 11 of them are in the US. The death toll was at 492, all in mainland China, except for one in Hong Kong and one in the Philippines. More than 2,000 hospital workers in Hong Kong went on strike for a second day Tuesday to demand that the border with mainland China be closed in response to the outbreak. The total number of cases worldwide at 23,892, based on the latest figures. The coronavirus fatality rate is 2.1%, which is going to go up as more people get it. A figure that has been holding steady throughout the epidemic. Overall, that compares with the fatality rate of 9.6% for SARS. The virus has had the harshest impact among the elderly and those with other health problems. Yes, that I do believe that. Um, a lot of times it'll be children and the elderly, but I haven't heard too much about children as far as the coronavirus, like a lot of children dying. Okay, Jiao Yahui, a National Health Commission official in China, said more than 80% of those who have died were older than 60, and more than 75% had an underlying disease. Sylvie Bruran, Director of Global Infections Hazard Preparedness at the World Health Organization, said it was very early in the outbreak. She declined to describe the outbreak as a pandemic and said it would remain mostly contained in China, but it's not. You got it in the US. Okay, currently, we are not a pandemic, Briand said. We are at the phase where we have an epidemic of coronavirus with multiple facets, and we're trying to extinguish each of. Okay, I mean, this person is just talking nonsense. Once that stuff reaches other nations outside of China, you pretty much are on your way to a pandemic if you don't already have one. So this person is full of shit. They are just using a bunch of word salad, and we don't need that right now. People need the truth. We don't need a mouthful of word salad. The US Center for Disease Control and Prevention said Tuesday that it does not recommend face masks to help prevent the virus, saying it is not spreading in communities in the US. Rather, the CDC urged precautions common for combating. So, things like washing your hands throughout the day and avoiding contact with anybody that you see coughing and wheezing and, things of that nature. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, that's not always possible, especially if you have to go and travel and go into stores and go in your supermarket, going in your bank. Unfortunately, these sick ass people just will not keep themselves at home, and you will come in contact with them without even knowing it in some cases. Okay. All right. So now we know about the travel restrictions. A lot of airlines are banning flights into mainland China as of now. Some are just banning it for like 2, 3 weeks. I have seen some as far out as April before flights will resume from the US into mainland China. On Friday, the Trump administration declared the coronavirus outbreak a public health emergency in the United States. US citizens who have been in China's Hubei province and are returning to the US will undergo health screenings and be monitored during mandatory quarantines of up to 14 days, officials say. The US also announced a suspension of entry into the US of foreign nationals who pose a risk for the transmission of the virus. Multiple airlines have halted or curtailed China flights. France, which has 6 confirmed cases of the virus and has evacuated hundreds of people, citizens on 2 flights, on Tuesday, joined Britain in warning against any non essential travel to China and suggesting that all of its citizens in China leave while the coronavirus is still spreading. Yeah, they've been putting drones up in the air. That's what this old Chinese woman is looking at. And the drones are reprimanding people walking around without masks. But I also heard if they're not covering their eyes, wearing the mask is counterproductive. So it's really not going to help. But ladies and gentlemen, the death toll is still going up and it is spreading more and more to other countries. But don't expect these people to really give you real numbers or the real impact of how bad this thing really truly is, y'all. This is just the nature of the beast, and this is how they operate. But, ladies and gentlemen, Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.